Excuse me, Mauvier?
Princess Ivy? How may I help?
I was hoping we could speak. We find ourselves in similar circumstances.
Similar circumstances? Oh, I think I understand. We have each stood as enemies before those we now call our allies.
Exactly. In light of that, Mauvier, do you feel this is where you truly belong now?
I am unsure. There are those who accept me, but I do not believe everyone does yet. I feel comfortable here, but that means nothing. I am behaving as if all is well, yet I do so lacking any evidence that it is so.
Yes.
Still, I have no intentions of leaving. I have dedicated myself to helping others, and with that, I hope to find acceptance and a new place for myself in this world.
I understand entirely. For whatever it's worth. Let me say that I accept and welcome you as a friend, speaking as someone who would also benefit from hearing those same words from our allies.
Thank you for your candor, Princess Ivy. Is it true, Princess Ivy, you worship the divine dragon? But all of Elusia worships the fell dragon.
It is true. Every worshipper of the fell dragon that I knew was a poisonous liar and schemer. So I chose to rebel, and instead prayed to the divine dragon. In private, of course.
You had a considerable amount of courage for a young princess.
Thinking back on it, perhaps I did. You are also from Elusia, are you not? Do you worship the fell dragon?
I was born in Firene. When I was young, my father fell ill and died. Afterward, my mother and I traveled to Elusia. Mother's prayers to the divine dragon hadn't saved father. We changed deities as a result.
Ah, and how is your mother now?
My mother died soon after we began our new lives. I was raised in a church in Elusia, alongside the other orphans.
I didn't realize. I'm so sorry.
I have nothing to hide. I was educated by fell dragon believers, but I cannot say I was ever truly devoted. As with my mother, I found that my deity was not interested in me or my desires for peace.
I see. So you were surrounded by the fell dragon's followers, yet you chose not to follow.
I have rarely admitted such to anyone else, but yes, I suppose we are similar in that way.
Quite. I wonder what else we might have in common.
It is strange. I always end up telling you about my past. That is something I do not normally do with people.
It's the same with me. For some reason, I find myself spilling all my secrets to you.
Well then, this creates a problem for us both.
Agreed. I fear that the closer we become, the more likely I am to reveal a weakness.
Or could it be we are both hoping for such an accident to happen to the other?
We are quite similar indeed.
Princess Ivy, you may remember, I strive to be accepted as an ally by everyone. That is my goal, and it drives every decision.
I remember.
I may have been wrong in that way of thinking.
What do you mean?
If I were accepted by one person, I would be happy. Other opinions would be meaningless. With that one person's acceptance, I would be in the place I belong. So, if you are willing to accept me, then I would know that this is where I belong.
That's a lovely way to think of it. Let us fight then, to protect a place where we belong. Together.
Yes.
And shall we continue spilling our dearest secrets to one another?
Whatever secrets you spill, I shall be there to clean them up, Princess Ivy.
Can I talk to you, Ivy?
Certainly, Lady Veyle.
I just want to say, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry my papa made your father go mad.
Don't do this.
I understand he was a gentle king who took good care of his people and his family. Before, if it weren't for my father, he'd still be with his family. With you.
Please, No more. The past is past. There is no use dwelling on it.
I know you feel that way, but
You owe me no apologies. Your father's sins are not yours to bear.
I don't feel like that's true. Please, I have to do something.
Stubborn, aren't you? In that case, I shall think of some penance you can perform when next we meet.
Thank you. I'll do whatever you ask.
You may come to regret those words.
Ivy, this is not...
Too late to take it back. You said you would do whatever I asked as penance.
Yes, but...
No excuses. To make amends, you must eat this spicy dish, and I expect you to clean your plate. Has fear rendered you speechless? Perhaps I was too harsh. All right, I'll forgive you if you can endure a single bite. This was your own doing, if you'll recall. I still don't believe you have anything to atone for.
How...
Wait, how are you enjoying this so much? I made certain it was incredibly spicy.
I love spicy food.
You do? Father told me you couldn't stand it. Perhaps I misheard him.
Oh, it's so yummy! I can't stop eating! But this is definitely not a punishment. It's more like a reward. I love eating this food so much, but I hate not making amends for the past!
No matter. If she enjoys it, so much the better. She is genuinely moved to tears. Your atonement ends here, Lady Veyle.
What? No, this can't be it. I'll stop eating this incredible food. I will!
No, please finish it. Don't let it go to waste. Seeing you in pain is not going to bring me any closure, you know. If anything, I think seeing you happy is more likely to do it.
Oh, Ivy. I need to talk to you about my atonement the other day. I'm so sorry I ate all that yummy food. I just couldn't help myself.
Why are you still bringing that up? I thought for certain we'd resolved this.
But...
Listen to me, Lady Veyle. My father was corrupted by the Fell Dragon. He was coerced down a dark path, but that is not in any way your fault. You are still unconvinced. To be frank, I understand. I'm often told that I am not responsible for my father's misdeeds. That does not make it any easier to accept.
I know exactly how you feel.
It's a bit ridiculous, isn't it? Here I am telling you not to carry the burden of your father's actions, but I could not accept those same words when they were said to me. Nevertheless, we both need to hear it, and we both need to try, as best we can, to believe it.
Oh, Ivy, I won't mention making amends to you anymore. But there is something I wish for. I wish you and I could make this world a place where people don't carry these awful burdens.
We share this goal.
I won't bring up atonement again. I promise. I just thought maybe we could help each other. Since we both know what it's like to suffer, we could. Couldn't we?
Of course. Absolutely. Thank you, Lady Veyle.
Thank you, Ivy.
What you doing up so late, Princess Ivy?
Prince Alfred, I suppose it must seem rather suspicious for an Illusian to be roaming alone after dark. I assure you, I have no plans to murder anyone or to set anything on fire. Of course, such assurances must mean little coming from me.
Aw, you don't seem so bad. I'm leaning toward trusting you by now.
Oh? I am surprised to learn that the Crown Prince of Firene is so naive.
If that's what I get for trusting people, then naive is my middle name.
So did you need something from me? If you were not here to doubt my motives, I would expect you to have left by now.
Nah, I wouldn't leave you alone.
And why is that?
Well, it's pretty plain to see that you're lost.
You think so?
The Somniel's a big place. Lots of twists and turns. It's easy to get confused.
I do confess I am somewhat lost.
If you're going where I think you're going, I know the way. Let me help you.
Thank you.
Princess Ivy, we've got to stop meeting at this hour.
Prince Alfred, is it not past your bedtime?
Oh, I'm not up late. I just got up early this morning.
I am not sure this hour is sufficiently late to qualify as early.
So what are you still doing up anyway?
I couldn't sleep.
I think it would be even harder to sleep out here, with it being so bright and all.
No, I prefer it here, actually.
Strong wind tonight, isn't it? Sounds like a howling ghost the way it blows through the trees.
What are you suggesting?
You can be straight with me, Princess Ivy. You were scared to be alone in your room, huh?
How dare you?
Hey, there's no shame in it. The wind scared me too. When I was a kid, I'd crawl under the sheets and stay there all night.
I am no child.
When you get creeped out, think of something fun instead. You'll be asleep before you know it. That's what my mother told me. After that, I slept like a log every single night.
I will return to bed. Sleep is restorative to one's health, as they say.
Nighty-night. Don't let the strong wind fright.
Thank you. Prince Alfred, do you understand the implications of what has occurred between us?
Princess Ivy? Can't say that I do.
That first night, you helped me find the way when I was lost. The second time, you gave me advice on how to find peaceful sleep. Much as I am loath to admit it, I am deeply in your debt.
And that's bad somehow?
Of course it's bad. I am the crown princess of Elusia. I cannot show such weakness, especially to a rival nation. Therefore, you must tell me how I can be of assistance to you.
Oh, so you think it should be your turn to help me now, huh?
I need to clear this obligation. That's all.
Well, I hate to say it, but I'm not in any kind of a jam right now.
So you won't let me help you? This is unacceptable. I demand that you be troubled immediately.
The only thing that's giving me trouble is this demand of yours. Look, I don't think of this as a pay me back someday situation. This is just what allies do. When I see you're in a spot, I help out. You don't owe me for that. None of my friends do.
You just trust people? You really are naive.
Guilty as charged. But there's a lot of upsides to being naive.
I suppose I can find inspiration in that. Very well. I will trust you.
Oh, Princess Ivy, that's great!
To be candid, I am glad to have more people I can trust now. When I become queen, it will be a relief to know that at least one of my peers is trustworthy. Thank you, Prince Alfred.
Hey, Princess Ivy!
Hello, Princess Tamara.
Look at us, huh? Two future queens hanging out together like this?
True. I will rule Elusia one day, and you Solm. Beyond our royal status, however, we appear to have nothing in common.
I don't know if we're all that different.
No? It seems to me that our appearances and personalities are direct opposites. Not to suggest either is superior, of course, but the differences are plain enough to me.
I guess you have a point.
I've never roamed my territory fighting bandits, for instance. I've never even been camping.
What? You've never been camping? Then you've never really lived!
Walls and doors were built for a reason. I see little point in sleeping outside of them.
You'll change your tune once you experience the thrill of sleeping under the stars for yourself.
Why would I... You know what? Okay, it would be rude of me to refuse an invitation from a fellow princess. I accept.
Woohoo! I'll start preparing for the big day. Get ready to have the time of your life!
It does promise to be interesting.
See, Princess Ivy? I knew you'd have fun.
With all due respect, Your Highness, your powers of observation need work. Look at me. I'm in the presence of foreign royalty, yet I can't master myself enough to stop shaking. I am, to vastly understate the matter, not enjoying this.
Oh, whoa. You are shaking. Are you cold? I can throw more logs on the fire.
No, it is not the cold. I am shaking because I am afraid.
Oh, if it's wild animals you're worried about, let me put those fears to rest. I set up a few traps just in case, but the fire should be enough to keep them away.
No. Ghosts. I'm certain I heard a strange moaning cry coming from that way.
Hey, you, spooky ghost. How's it going?
Quiet!
Sorry. But singing might make you feel a little less scared. Why not try it?
Ghost!
That's it! Now, of all the things to be scared of, why ghosts and not plagues or wars?
Please just forget what you saw here. I've had enough sleeping outdoors. Princess Tamara, camping was a valuable life experience. Thank you.
You're welcome. So tell me, did you find any weaknesses?
You saw right through me.
Of course. I'm a princess too, aren't I? I was thinking the same thing. One day, when we're queens, knowing one another's weaknesses could give us an edge.
That is indeed why I decided to go along. In the end, however, the only weakness revealed was my own.
Yup. Starts with G and rhymes with roasts.
And all I learned about you is that we are even less alike than I'd supposed. I am left with only a longer list of ways in which we're opposites. You like meat? I prefer vegetables.
I love singing, but you're shy about doing it in front of other people.
I prefer to spend my time in study. You would rather spend it running through the hills.
We really are opposites, huh?
Yes. But despite that, I did appreciate our time together.
Same, honestly. I had a great time.
Differences can be a source of conflict, but they can also elevate discussion. I believe our conversations will ultimately make me a better leader to my people.
Me too. I hope we can keep being friends.
Friendship is based on reciprocity. You owe me one weakness.
Hate to do it, but I guess you painted me into a corner.
I jest. I would like us to be on good terms, Princess Tamara. Let our friendship set the standard for the relations between our countries.
Agreed. Here's to a long, ghost-free friendship.
Did you need something from me, Panette?
Oh, no. Why do you ask?
You have been staring at me for some time.
It's just that for a princess, you seem so, how to put this, composed.
Do I? It seems like a rather ordinary level of composure to me.
Really? But you are not bursting into song or dancing to and fro.
Correct. I do not do those things.
Nor are you running around like a mad wolf or cramming prime rib down your gullet. You are simply standing around. It was so odd, I could not help but stare.
Perhaps you are merely unaccustomed to the standard and expected conduct of royalty.
I have offended you, haven't I? My deepest apologies.
No need for that. I should not be looking for offense in others' customs. It's rather nice to speak with you, actually. My own retainers lack a certain femininity.
Really? I enjoy your company as well.
Good. Then, if it's all right with you, I'd like it very much if we became friends.
Of course, Your Highness. It would be my honor.
Panette? Please explain yourself.
I promised we were going somewhere special. Well, here it is.
When I said that I'd like for us to be friends, I did not realize that would entail visits to ancient, decayed ruins.
Precisely. Doesn't it make your heart quicken?
Excessively so, I'm afraid. I feel as if a vengeful ghost could steal upon us at any moment.
I know, it is ever so charming.
You find it charming. Ghosts. You find the idea of ghosts charming.
Why, of course. I simply adore them.
I suppose I ought to thank you. This place is special to you. For that reason, I appreciate your sharing it with me. Unfortunately, people have a wide variety of tastes.
Oh dear, you are not by any chance afraid of ghosts, are you?
I am, in fact, terrified to the very brink of my composure. The stain on the wall like a human silhouette. The handprints on the windows. The stale air. It is only by force of will that I remain here. Conscious. Not screaming. My dignity hangs by one last thread of decorum. The pride I take in my royal office. That thread is about to snap. Yes, it will snap any moment now. Even a princess is only human after all. So, with that, I'm getting out of here!
Good heavens! Princess Ivy, slow down! I cannot tell you how sorry I am for taking you to those ruins.
Please, don't worry about it.
I didn't even think to ask if you were afraid of ghosts. How horribly careless. Please, allow me to atone for my error. Whatever you need done, I will do.
You don't need to atone for anything. I'm fine. I seldom need to go anywhere alone, so I've scarcely felt my new crippling fear of solitude.
What?
The howling wind keeps me awake at night, but I've learned to scream myself into exhaustion. And so what if the creak of a floorboard renders me motionless for hours on end? I don't mind. I have accepted that the lifetime of fear I went through in a single day has scarred me forever.
Oh, you poor woman. I am so very sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I had to tease you a little. I'm fine, Panette, really. I understand that you brought me to that place because you thought it would make me happy. Please don't worry about it ever again.
Don't worry about it. I put you through a terrible ordeal.
Your intention was purely for me to enjoy it, was it not?
Well, yes, but...
That is what matters to me. Thank you.
Oh, all right. If you are certain, do you think, despite this horrible blunder, we might still be friends?
Of course. So long as you tell me where we're going ahead of time from now on. And no more haunted places, please.
Of course. From now on, we stay in the land of the living.
What is the meaning of this sound, Princess Ivy?
Just a headache.
I hope you are not overworking yourself.
I'm fine, and there is no need to pretend you care. I know you are not fond of me.
Let me make this absolutely clear. My concern for your well-being is genuine. It is, after all, my responsibility. Yet, for some reason, it concerns you whether I have fond feelings toward you. So allow me to state it plainly. I do not have fond feelings toward you, Princess Ivy. I see such things as irrelevant. Whatever my sentiments may be, what matters is that you have my obedience.
What a curious thing for my own retainer to say. But that's a relief. I don't like you either.
I will obey you regardless.
So good to hear.
There is nothing quite so isolating as pain. It cannot be explained. The only window to understanding it is experience. Does that mean we are destined to be strangers to one another? Not at all. For we possess the gift of wisdom, by which we may intuit what we cannot see. I have distilled this wisdom to its essence. I have corked it within this tincture. This vessel encapsulates the light which will dispel the dark fog of your isolation.
I'm sorry, what is happening? What is this?
Headache medicine.
You're saying you made this for me?
Yes, as your retainer, I have a duty to serve you by every available means.
Thank you.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I am only doing my duty.
Thank you for reaffirming exactly why I dislike you. That said, I admit I appreciate your honesty. Many in your position would flatter or lie. You speak your mind. I respect that. Did you have something more to say?
Apologies, Princess Ivy. The sentiment merely surprised me. I will take my leave and attend to my other duties. Rest well.
I will. Thank you, Zelkov. Zelkov, I have something for you.
A paintbrush? Is this for me?
Yes, to thank you for the headache medicine. I understand you're a painter. But if you have no need for it, feel free to get rid of it.
On the contrary, I will take exquisite care of it, thank you.
I'm glad you like it.
Princess Ivy, I hope you know I enjoy my work. In fact, when I have a task before me, it is my way to immerse myself in it entirely. In those times, and only those times, my mind is truly at peace. So long as I am your retainer, so long as there is work to do, I have a purpose. That is how deeply I appreciate working for you.
I see. If that's true, then I'm happy to have you.
These are indeed my true feelings. You know I am unwilling to lie or flatter.
Yes, you've made that clear.
I hope you will never hesitate to delegate any task to me. I would die for you, my liege, and gladly.
Gladly? Despite your lack of fond feelings toward me?
My feelings may have changed. I now think of you as an acceptable liege.
I find you acceptable as well, Zelkov.
Kind of you to say.
However, dying for my sake is not a task to which I will assign you. Gladly or otherwise, consider yourself under strict orders to survive as you continue to serve me.
You may rely on me, Princess Ivy.
Yes, I see it! Princess Ivy, dinner tonight shall be... vegetable stir-fry.
I see.
Your response is very underwhelming. Do you dislike stir-fry?
I don't have strong feelings about the menu.
Then what does it mean when your face wears this dubious look?
I am thinking. You have the ability to see the future. You never predict anything important, but your predictions are correct every single time.
Kind of you to notice.
It was not a compliment. I don't understand how you do it. I find it unsettling.
I am unsettling? Why?
You are an unknown quantity. I dislike unknown quantities.
You dislike me, Princess Ivy. We each have our tastes, I suppose, but this makes me sad. Wait, even if you do not like me, I like you enough for both of us, so there is no problem.
You are a strange one, Kagetsu.
There you are. There is your joy. To bring such joy to your face is at least some compensation for your dislike. Princess Ivy, I was raised in Pale Sands.
Okay. Why are you telling me this?
You said you dislike unknown quantities. So, I am going to tell you everything about myself. Then I will be known.
Not the worst idea, I'll grant you.
Once you come to know me, we will no longer be princess and retainer, but friend and friend. It is worth trying, at least. What else can I tell you? I have 2 siblings, brother and sister, both younger, very cute. My father has great swordsmanship, but my mother has strange powers, which perhaps came to me. I care very much for my family, But I have also long dreamed to see the world at large. That is why I explained to them in writing my decision to leave. And I am on this journey now. Oh no, have I done something wrong? How foolish of me. I should not have presumed you would wish to hear my entire life story. Please forgive me, Princess Ivy. I should have noticed sooner it was not what you wanted.
No, that's not it. On the contrary, I am actually rather pleased. I had no idea that becoming friends with me was so important to you. I'm flattered. Thank you.
You are too kind.
I don't dislike you, Kagetsu. I do dislike unknowns. They make me wary. But that doesn't mean I dislike you as a person. And after today, I think it's safe to say my impression of you has improved.
Wonderful. So, we may become friends soon?
Not the worst idea.
Our time has come, Princess Ivy. Let us draw anchor, hoist our mainsail, and set this boat of friendship on its maiden voyage. It appears we are stuck in port. Perhaps I was mistaken, and it is not yet time.
That's not it, Kagetsu.
Oh?
The truth is, I don't have many friends. When I was growing up, adults were always conniving and scheming. I grew to learn that was how the world worked. As a result, it was quite a long time before I met anyone I could trust enough to call a friend.
As Crown Princess, you must have been limited in your contacts. I imagine it was cold and harsh to be raised in this type of environment.
Yes, that's why I found you so disconcerting at first. When someone is friendly toward me right away, it's my instinct to be suspicious. But you've never tried to take advantage of me. You don't seem to have any ulterior motives.
Of course not. I am much too simple for schemes.
Until recently, I couldn't have hoped to understand your purity. That's why you felt like an unknown. You could not be what you seemed, so what were you? Now I've realized you're exactly as you appear. That's your charm, in fact.
Oh, such kind words.
So, Kagetsu, that's why I would like us to be friends.
Are you certain? Wonderful, wonderful! Yes, Princess Ivy, of course. Let us be friends until time itself comes to its end.
Yes, let's. Is someone there? No one? Or a ghost? Please don't be a ghost. Please don't be a ghost.
Princess Ivy? It's okay. You're safe. I promise. Those shadows in the brush are just that. Simple shadows.
I was actually jumping at shadows? You're right. Not a ghost to be seen.
It isn't like you to misread foliage as an active threat. Is everything okay?
Please don't tell anyone about this. It cannot get out that the future ruler of Elusia was frightened by mere shrubbery, or even worse, that the Prince of Brodia had to come to her rescue.
Believe me, I understand. I won't say a word.
I am in your debt.
It seems you've been dealing with this fear for a while. Here, Princess Ivy. I'd like for you to have this.
What is it? Some kind of crystal?
It's a gem from one of Brodia's mines. It's said to bring courage to those who need it. Keep it as a good luck charm. Then you won't have anything to be afraid of.
Charity from Brodia is not going to do my royal image any favors.
Don't think of it as a tether to Brodia. This is just a simple gift from me to you. If it truly makes you uncomfortable, you don't have to keep it. I won't mind. Farewell.
Thank you, Prince Diamant. I didn't know such treasures could be found in Brodia. Prince Diamant, I wanted to apologize for earlier.
What do you mean?
I failed to thank you properly, both for your discretion and for the gem you gave me. Please let me make amends by expressing my gratitude now. Thank you.
Oh, please don't worry about that. Brodia has a lot to answer for. Offering a token like that gem is the least I can do.
It's true, Brodia has invaded our lands many times. I often wonder how my people would have fared without that suffering and bloodshed.
I'm not surprised. That's why you don't owe me any gratitude. I hope you understand.
But you stepped in to help me. One person to another, in accordance with your values. That is why, in accordance with my values, I want to thank you.
I see. If that's how you truly feel, Princess Ivy, then I accept your gratitude.
It's all too easy for one individual to give a simple thank you to another. Apologies are much the same. It is when kingdoms are involved that it gets complicated.
That's true. My father was focused on our kingdom's affairs when he began expanding our territory by force. That singular focus is how things have always been done in Brodia. But that needs to change.
What do you mean?
My father is no longer here, but his influence remains. Change will take time. If there's an easier way, I haven't found it yet. I often wonder if I'm ready to be king.
I know exactly how you feel.
I apologize. I didn't mean to unload like that.
No, I understand. I'm actually relieved to hear that you have the same concerns I do. I am much more hopeful now for that future when you and I are king and queen. Prince Diamant, I have something to show you.
Is the gem in this necklace the one I gave you?
Yes. I decided to make it into something I can wear every day.
Well done. It's quite stunning.
We don't have materials like this in Elusia, but we do have skill in craftsmanship. Perhaps this is a symbol of the way forward for us. Brodian resourcefulness, Elusian talent, a path to peace and prosperity based on respect for one another's gifts.
I see.
This gift, the gem, really has made me braver. Where else could I have gotten the courage to reimagine our entire relationship?
Thank you, Princess Ivy. And I say that as a crown prince of Brodia this time.
Oh.
Convincing Brodia to change its warmongering ways will be a battle of its own. War leads to profits, which lead to wars, which lead to further profits. It's a horrible cycle. That cycle cannot continue. And I'm the only one who can stop it. This necklace is a perfect symbol of our shared goal. Both of our kingdoms intertwined. So, thank you. I promise you here and now that under my rule, Brodia will champion peace.
Thank you, Prince Diamant. I will take your words to heart and share them with my people. With the two of us as role models, our kingdoms can stop fighting. We can open trade relations. Elusia's craftspeople will certainly benefit from access to Brodia's resources.
If that leads to more goods like this necklace, both kingdoms will prosper. It's a good plan.
Now we just need to bring it to fruition.
And we will. We'll make sure of that. Let's shake on it as leaders and friends. A new era of peace begins right here.
Gladly. Let this be the dawn of a new day between us. Did you need something from me, Prince Alchrist? I see. You are pretending to ignore me.
I still refuse to forgive you. You know why. How else should I behave in the presence of someone who helped to murder my father?
I apologize for my part in your father's death.
You do?
I know an apology can't heal your wounds or really achieve much at all, but we are now allies. I think it's important we find what common ground we can and meet each other halfway. That is why I'm taking this crucial first step. I am truly sorry about your father.
Princess Ivy, I used to fear your family and your country. I never dreamed we'd end up on the same side. Life is so unpredictable. It pushes us forward, ready or not. Holding on to past prejudices will only trip us up. From now on, I promise to do my best to find that common ground you mentioned.
Thank you. But you should know that staring is rude.
You're right.
I apologize for being so careless. I won't let it happen again.
At least we're looking in the same direction. Perhaps better times lie ahead.
Princess Ivy, are you glaring at me?
No, Prince Allchrist. At least not intentionally, but I can't take my eyes off of your armor. In Elusia, we are taught from an early age to keep watch for Brodian armor.
Oh, I think I understand. Brodia has invaded Elusia more times than I can count. My country has a lot to answer for. For what it's worth, I am sorry.
Oh? And what do you mean by that exactly?
Huh? What?
Did you just issue a formal apology from the Kingdom of Brodia for its invasions of our land? Are you admitting fault on behalf of your people and swearing to adopt peaceful foreign policy? Reconciliation between nations is a serious matter, not to be taken lightly.
That's not what I meant to say was, if Brodia is at fault, then we absolutely should apologize. But that apology is not mine to give. The king and nobility would have to convene and agree. So when I said I was sorry, it came from me as an individual, not as a representative of,
I know that. I'm sorry. You are a little too easy to toy with.
Oh, Princess Ivy. I was so nervous.
My ill feelings toward Brodia are in the past, but I could not resist teasing you a little. Look on the bright side. We are comfortable enough now to joke with one another, right?
Yes, of course. I did think my heart was going to stop, but I suppose it was funny. Pardon me, Princess Ivy? In our last conversation, you made it clear that you still harbor resentment towards Brodia.
Yes, I did.
Well, at risk of overstepping my boundaries, I hope you'll allow me to say one thing. The relationship between Brodia and Elusia has never been civil. Certainly not in my lifetime. But as you've mentioned, we are now allies. We work together.
That's true.
This alliance was as unpredictable as it is wonderful. I will work hard to ensure that our countries become allies when this conflict is over. I may not be able to do as much as my brother, the Crown Prince, but, well, I thought I owed you a clear statement of my own intentions, at the very least.
My first impression of you was that you were weak-willed and uncharismatic. I feel differently now.
You do?
When it matters, you speak your mind. And what you say is kind and thoughtful. These are qualities I consider princely.
Oh, no, please don't think too highly of me. You're much more regal and capable than...
Are you suggesting that I, Crown Princess of my kingdom, am not a good judge of character?
Not at all. I would never, ever... another joke?
Very good. You're catching on.
I take it as a sign that our relationship is improving.
Agreed. I hope our friendship continues to grow, in honor of our fathers, and for the future of our kingdoms.
Yes. Here's to a better future.
Louis?
Yes, Princess Ivy?
You always seem so cheerful. Is there some particular reason for it?
No, this is simply my default expression.
How curious. It may be due to my own reservedness that your demeanor leaves such an impression on me.
It's true, now that you mention it, that I haven't seen much cheer in you. And what a sight that would be to see.
What are you suggesting?
I have a keen eye for observing the way people socialize, you see.
This is not reassuring.
Which is why I was so powerfully struck by the idea of seeing you in such a context. The Princess Ivy among dear friends, wearing a wide grin. What a captivating thought.
I will thank you not to cast me for any role in your imaginary theater.
The first step is to figure out what you might have cause to celebrate. I think it may help if you accompany me for a time.
Your dedication to your goals, off-putting as they may be, is impressive. Very well, Louis of Firenze. If your ambition is to make me smile, I invite you to do your best.
My best is all I can do, Princess Ivy. What do you think, Princess Ivy? Does the sight of a pleasant gathering prompt any feelings?
No, nothing.
How strange. I, for my part, find great comfort in their mundane joys and idle chatter.
It would seem that phenomenon is unique to you.
Oh? What a pity.
Was that the full extent of your plan? Did you actually pin all your hopes on this sight inspiring me to chat?
No, I haven't quite given up, though I don't as yet have any other ideas. Until I do, would you like a cup of tea? I'll put on a pot of the black tea blend I've been saving.
Tea does sound lovely, actually. Thank you.
Aha!
What? What is it?
I thought I detected the faintest hint of a smile just now.
Did you?
Can I take it then that you like black tea?
Yes. But if I happen to seem pleased, that was not the reason. I simply find your dedication to these efforts rather amusing.
There's nothing so amusing about it. A princess's joy is a radiant thing. Ah, was that another smile?
Oh, enough. You promised me tea. Let's have it.
As you wish, Princess Ivy.
Louis, would you indulge me with another cup of that wonderful tea?
You've put me in an awkward position, Princess Ivy.
If you are busy, it can certainly wait.
It isn't that. The problem for me is your recent mood.
Still disappointed that I don't smile as easily as you'd like?
Not at all. You were incandescent with joy when you entered the room, in fact.
Was I?
It is the very incandescence of that joy which poses such a problem for me, you see. Did you not realize how brightly you shone?
No, I did not.
Such unadulterated joy isn't meant for my like. It should be reserved for others like yourself. My role is merely to facilitate these bright moments and then recede until I am needed.
I have no idea how to respond to that.
And now a laugh? All of this is wasted on me, Princess Ivy. It is peculiar, though. I still haven't the faintest idea of what causes you to beam this way.
How dare you? I am not a monster, you know. I am capable of smiling around friends and allies.
Is that what I am in your eyes? An ally? Even a friend?
Don't be ridiculous. Hurry up and make the tea, would you?
As you wish, Princess Ivy. I'll brew the most exceptional pot of tea you've ever tasted.
I expect only the best from you, Louis. Hortensia.
Something on your mind, Ivy? Or are you just here to admire my pretty face?
I'm just happy. We've been through so much, but we're finally together again. You're my only family now. I want you to know that you are important to me.
Guess it's a relief to hear a half-sister counts as family.
That has never mattered to me. I have always thought of you as my sister, and you are all the family I need.
Yeah, well, no need to make it awkward. But I feel the same way, so thanks.
You have your mother's smile. In fact, you seem to resemble her more and more each day.
You think so? I'm flattered. I'm really glad. It's only thanks to her I get to call you my sister in the first place. I don't mean to dig all that up. I'm not holding a grudge or anything.
I know. Even so, it is because of my mother that you...
Oh, you know what? I just remembered something I gotta do somewhere. Sorry, Ivy. Talk later.
I'm sorry, Hortensia.
Ivy, do you remember much about my mother?
Of course. She was quite memorable.
Maybe you could tell me a little about her? What do you remember most?
My clearest memory is her smile. My mother hated all of Father's other women. Your mother especially. So she was badly mistreated by my mother and by all who sought her favor. Yet even through all of that, she never seemed to stop smiling.
Yeah.
By her charm and wits, she eventually won even my mother over. She turned her biggest enemy into a friend through sheer determination. It left a powerful impression on me. It made me realize how strong a parent can be for a child.
How strong?
Yes, it seems to me your mother fought those battles to carve out a niche for you.
For me?
Yes. She was the sort of person who shone a light on everyone who knew her, and you were the reason she shined so bright.
This was something I needed to hear. Thank you, Ivy. Hey, Ivy,
Yes?
do you think I could be like my mother someday? I mean, obviously I've got her looks already, but I'm not sure I have her other qualities.
You know, Hortensia, I think you do. You lost her when you were 7, correct?
Yes.
But you kept living in the castle, even without the benefit of her protection. You know what a viper's den of intrigue that place is. No ordinary child could survive it, but your charisma made that possible.
What are you getting at?
Your wit and charm won you allies in the court and a safe place in the castle. Sound familiar? You thrived in the academy as well. You even skipped enough grades to catch up to me. All that was done by virtue of your own merit. Do you see it yet? You said you hoped you could become like your mother someday. But you already are. Your light shines on everyone you touch, just as hers did.
I can't believe that's how you see me. Thank you.
I should be thanking you. Your example has given me courage more times than I can count. Thank you for shining your light on me, Hortensia.
Aw, I'm gonna do all I can to live up to the image you have of me. It was so hard not to just despair and give up when we were separated. Father was gone, you were gone. I had no one.
I'm truly sorry, Hortensia. From now on, we'll be together.
That better be a promise, because you're not getting rid of me.
Absolutely. We will never be separated again, I promise. I am blessed to have family like you, Hortensia. I will never willingly let that go.
Good. Me neither.
Oh, Ivy. Did you need something from me?
No, Divine One. Must I require something to remain near you?
No, it's not that.
I see. Then please feel free to ignore me.
I would, but it's difficult to ignore the anger on your face. The kingdom of Elusia worships the Fell Dragon, doesn't it? If that's the case, I can certainly see why you would feel uncomfortable around me.
You can't imagine how I feel.
If you can explain it, I'd love to understand. It might reduce this distance between us.
True, but we should get used to each other first. We'll talk when we're more comfortable. For now, I will leave you be and worship from afar.
Worship? Ivy, do you think maybe it's time we talked? Whatever you're feeling toward me, I'm prepared to listen. As allies, I'd like there not to be walls between us.
Very well. I am rather more comfortable around you now, so I suppose it's time.
I'm glad to hear that. Can we start with why you seem to have such anger toward me?
I love you.
Huh?
I love you, Divine One. My feelings began long before I met you. Understand, I do not mean romantically. I adore you as a worshiper adores a deity.
But you looked so upset when you were staring at me before.
My deity was standing before me in the flesh. I was nervous.
Oh.
Do you understand now?
Yes, thank you for sharing that.
like you as well, Ivy.
Yes. May I be excused?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. And I'm sorry.
We'll speak again later, Divine One.
Ivy, can I ask why you call me your deity?
During all the hardest moments of my life, the one thing I could turn to was the Divine Dragon. My faith in you gave me strength to survive.
Survive what, exactly?
My whole world. The place where I was born. Elusia Castle is a den of treachery and double-dealing. No one is safe there, and the worst part is, I had no escape. My mother was at the center of every scheme. I was forced to be near every foul conspiracy.
Your own mother?
In her world, every smile is a dagger looking for a back to stab. I hated that place. I hated what it did to everyone who set foot there. The one thing that kept me from despair was my faith. My faith in the Divine Dragon.
But why me?
At first, I worshipped merely to be contrary. They chose the Fell Dragon, so I chose Divine. It was a small, invisible act of rebellion, but it was what I needed. The more I thought about you and your life, the more I knew I didn't belong in the castle.
I'm glad to have been some help, if only indirectly.
Forgive me. To experience your kindness in such a familiar way is an intense thing for me. Could you please act a little more like a deity?
Understood. I'll try to be more considerate.
In all seriousness, Divine One, you are my strength, even now. Thank you. This is where you wanted to meet, Divine One? Why all the way out here? What could you possibly be planning?
I have something important to talk to you about.
That doesn't explain why you picked this place. I would happily speak with you anywhere.
I wanted to be alone with you.
I see. Well, here we are.
Are you okay? You're blushing.
I am. Oh, of course I am. It's all right. Whatever you have to say to me, I am prepared to hear it. Proceed.
Very well. Princess Ivy, please accept this ring as a token of my favor.
That's the Pact Ring. The Divine Dragon bestows this gift only to deepen the most meaningful bond.
Knowledgeable as ever.
You're really giving this to me?
There is no one I would rather have by my side. You are the one I feel closest to.
I am, as ever, in awe of how forthright you are with your feelings.
I wouldn't be a very good deity if I hid my thoughts from someone so devoted to me. You opened your heart to me, Ivy. It's only fair I return the favor.
That's true. Very well. In that case, I accept.
Good.
I already feel so much closer to you. A bond with the Divine Dragon is more than I ever dared hope for. Thank you. Now and forever, you have my endless devotion and adoration.